All right, y'all, we'll go ahead and get started this evening. I'm Melody Shin. I am 1/3 of the art department, along with my colleagues Crystal Bride and Mr. Tim Kennard, and we want to welcome you to the 2025. Huh? Okay. To the annual Northeast Student Art Exhibition and Competition. This evening is for our art students. And when we think about the best of the work that the students have produced during the year, this is what you're going to have an opportunity to see this evening in each of those classes. So the first thing I'd like to do is to ask all of our art students to stand. If you're an art student, stand up. The next thing I want us to do is to give you a round of applause. This represents, what you're going to see in the show this evening represents just a fraction of the work and the time that these students have invested in what they've done here. And as an instructor, you know, we take that pretty seriously. We want to thank our students for being here with us as instructors, and also thank our family members here that are with your students for supporting them and for encouraging them to achieve that art degree from Northeast and hopefully continue their studies elsewhere. Because this is the first step in a big journey, okay? And we're happy to be part of that first step. We also would like to thank folks from our administration for their support of our programs, and our division head for Fine Arts, Ray Harris, is out this evening. They've got a Phi Theta Kappa event, and also Justin Treelor, who is the Humanities and Languages division head as well. Michelle Barragona as the Vice President of Instruction. Patrick Eaton with the Northeast Foundation that handles a lot of the private scholarships is here with us this evening. Dr. Ricky Ford and his wife Luann support our program as well. And then there's a lot of other people that help along the way that sometimes may not get all that thanks as well. And we have some folks that if you're here at Northeast, you know they're going to jump in and help you get something done. Okay. So this evening, Culinary Arts is catering for us along with their students. That's Christy Grissom. Raleigh Downs helps with graphics and public information all the time. Michael Miller is here documenting our show and documenting our program this evening. And Brandy Reynolds, if you need something printed in the print shop, man, she's on it. So a lot of people help make what happens here happen. And sometimes we don't realize and we don't always have a chance to thank them. But this is a good evening to do that because without them, events like this wouldn't happen. So this year, I also wanted to, before we really get things started off here, I wanted to let y'all know that we have a state show every year. The state show this year was hosted at ICC over in Fulton, and this is the Mississippi Community College Art Instructors Association Competition and Exhibition, big long title. But anyway, we know it fondly as the state show. So 11 of the 15 community colleges participated this year, and this course is open statewide. We had 6 students who entered the show here. Those 6 students were Destiny Carpenter, Brennan Klitsky, Grayson Smith, Seth Smith, Abigail Thweet, and Tristan Tucker. Now, to enter a state show, that's presenting a higher level of work. So 11 works were entered. From that collection of 11 works that these 6 students entered, 3 students won awards. I think 50% is a pretty good number here, okay? So we want to thank the students who took the time to enter the show at the state level and recognize the ones who won an award. The state show was judged by Keith Francis from Tupelo and Aaron Benson from UNA, so we do usually have folks who are out of the area who are going to be judging the shows. And I want the students who placed in the show, as I call your name, y'all stand up. We want to see where you are. In 2D design, we had first place by Tristan Tucker for arson. And earning an honorable mention in 2D design, Grayson Smith for I Do. And in photography, we have a very special award here because this young person swept the awards in photography. And that is Abigail Thweet for first place in halftone, second place in flower, and third place for jawbone. So when we look at that overall, those are some very good accomplishments to help students set the stage for their future, for what they're going to be doing in art. Now for the awards for our show this evening that we have in the gallery. That was judged by Jerry Jones. He is an artist and sculptor who is now located in Tupelo, and I want to tell you a little bit about him and what his thought processes were whenever he judged the show. Jerry studied art at the University of Southern Mississippi, where he earned his Bachelor of Fine Arts with an emphasis in drawing and painting. He enjoys working in oil, acrylic, pen, charcoal, watercolor, and bronze. His works are representational images of wildlife in southern land and seascapes. He is especially focused on capturing movement and the extraordinary variety of color found in God's creation. In his travels around the country, Jerry has been an artist member of the Carbon County Art Guild in Red Lodge, Montana, the Washita River Art Guild in West Monroe, Louisiana, and the Mississippi Painters Society in Tupelo, where he is currently serving as president. He is also a member of the Mississippi Art Colony. Jerry has participated in many exhibitions and festivals as both a painter and sculptor. His bronze piece, 40 Yards, was honored in 2017 with Best in Show in the Art of the Hunt Show in Charleston, Mississippi, and Sculpture Award in Arts Alive in Tullahoma, Tennessee in 2018. In the fall of 2019, Jerry completed his first life-size bronze, a monument to honor all female military veterans, which was installed in Bossier City, Louisiana on Veterans Day in 2020. More recently, Jerry was honored with Best of Show in 2022 at the Gulf Breeze Celebrates the Arts Festival in Gulf Breeze, Florida, Best of Show for the Mississippi Painters Society in 2023, first place in painting at the Gumtree Arts Festival in 2023. So he's very active in a lot of these areas and is very familiar with a lot of things that are going on with these medias. Jerry works full-time in his studio located in Tupelo, Mississippi. And he also wanted me to pass this along to our students too, and to us as faculty members and our students. And he thanked us for allowing him to come and judge the show and trusting him this much with that decision, because we do like to have someone who comes in who can offer an unbiased opinion about what they're seeing and the quality and the level of the work. So he said to thank you all for letting him come judge the body of work, and to remind you that it's one person's opinion, okay? So a few comments that he had about the show. All judgments about a piece of art are subjective. In other words, it's just one man or woman's opinion. Personally, I look for art that grabs me from across the room or art that demands I come in for a closer look. Both communicate the power of a piece to force me to, quote, come look at me over all others. I do believe that in the rules of good composition, great use of light, and an informed sense of color. I love color. I love good drawing. I am not a fan of projector art, as I believe it removes the artist from the process of exploration, trial and error, and most importantly, play. I like to say, quote, a good painting is made from a million mistakes. Layers of mistakes make a pretty darn good piece of art. All judges award based on exceptional levels of execution or skill as compared to the rest of the entries. I add to that creativity, and by that, I mean a curiosity that drives an artist to explore mediums, techniques, and subjects. I encourage you all to make this a life goal in your pursuit of art. It really is about the journey. God bless you all for allowing me to be a small part of your journey. Okay, very humble words. So he did, I think, a very good job of assessing what you all have done this year. And so we're going to start with the awards for the different categories, starting out with painting. And I've got a stack of certificates here. So to begin with, had a small class this year, but a very industrious class, okay? So as I call your name, if you guys would come on up, collect your certificate, and then of course we'll have ribbons in the gallery along with the pieces, so that way you all will see exactly who won and which categories. They're all placed together within each class grouping. So beginning with the honorable mention, that goes to Isaiah Hatch for Water Lily. Come on. Either way. next up, third place goes to Paris Morse for Trophy Wife. All right, second place goes to, and Jerry did tell me that he really loves watercolors, Allie Tidwell for Japanese Magnolia. And then for first place in the painting category, this goes to Isaiah Hatch for Sailing By. All right, ceramics once again was a small class, okay? But once again, two very industrious students. Third place in ceramics goes to Isaac Vega for Cozy Amanita. Second place in ceramics goes to Paris Morris for Ginger. Just stay right there. Because first place also goes to Paris Morris for Meat Sunday. All right, next up, I'm going to turn this over to one of y'all. Let's see, are we in order? Yeah, we're in order.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for coming here tonight, and thank you again, Melody, for the introduction and getting everybody set and ready. I'm going to start off with 2D design. Oh, by the way, I'm Tim Kennard, if you didn't know. The honorable mention in 2D design goes to Emma Mills for the Finney Tin. This was a big category. We had a lot of students in 2D design, so we have quite a few honorable mentions. The next one goes to Kimmer Kelly for Pirate Carrier. Next honorable mention, Riley Aldridge for Ancient Shrine. Emma, come back up. We got one for Big John. Honorable mention. Another honorable mention for Skyland Creighton's Rectangular Gaze. Okay, into the places. Third place goes to Ireland Rakestraw for Second place goes to Lamar Lusk for The Hand. Glad we took the time to frame that right. Okay, and first place in 2D design goes to Jonathan Harper for Pisces. I'm guessing he's not here, so we'll give that to him later. Computer art. Jaden Visor, third place for Get Lost in Nature's Beauty. Second place goes to Allie Tidwell for Allie. Tidwell, sorry. And first place goes to Jaden Visor for Wealth of Illusion. We'll get this to him later.
Hard job coming after him. He's so humorous. Let me tell you, I have to tell you, I am so glad to be here with so many creative students. It has been an amazing year, and it has been my privilege to work with these students and help guide them on a path that could take them to the world's end. Okay, so I am going to be giving awards for drawing and photography and the anticipated best of show. So we are starting with drawing here with honorable mention. This is the Empress scratch art piece by Grayson Smith. Okay, we have honorable mention also in drawing for Willow, which is also a scratch art piece. Beautiful, for Ireland Rakestraw. Third place for Lurking Addiction in drawing is Bryson Cummings. Okay. Second place in drawing for The Alien, this is a scratch art piece, is Emma Mills. We'll shake hands. But tough. Okay. And first place in drawing, and I have told him just this week just how much I love his last name. I don't know why, but I just do. First place for bottles is Brendan Klitsky. Klitsky. Okay, take a shortcut. Okay. Okay, photography. I have had a blast teaching photography. It has been absolutely wonderful. We've had fun. Nobody quit the class this semester. Okay, so my 4 great photographers, this is the awards. Okay, for honorable mention, Caged by Brianna Shum. Sham. Okay, Sham. We just call her Brianna. Or Late. Okay. Third place, of all things, of a library chair, is Ricardo Hernandez. We've had fun. Okay. Second place in photography for Reflections of the Photographer is Miley Tucker. Okay. First place for colored pencils, that is Ricardo Hernandez. Surprise, surprise. Okay, wrong hand. That hand. Okay, now, I talked to my students today because Tuesday is drawing day. And I did use a little French. I'm sorry. I told them in roundabout ways that they were going to be super surprised on who won. And I talked to them, especially this morning and this afternoon with my classes. It is one person's opinion when one person judges. Everybody has their own opinion about art. What they like, what they don't like. I teach that in my art appreciation classes. And this individual is going to fall out on the floor probably when I call the name out. But, okay, honorable mention goes to Riley Aldridge for drinking night. Oh, what did I say? Oh, I'm sorry. That's best of show. I don't know what I'm talking about. Come on, best of show. Best of show. Yes, you can hug. Okay. So I'm going to turn it back over to Melody. She has got some foundation awards and other types of awards that we're going to give away. I think Patrick Stewart is going to take pictures. So make sure that if you get an award, that we get some pictures of you up here on the stage.
Since Crystal's already mentioned photos, any of y'all who have won awards this evening, if y'all would just stay in the auditorium for just a few minutes, we would like to get some photos for public information before joining your families in the gallery. The rest of you guys, y'all head to the gallery. There's food out there from Culinary Arts. Should be some really scrumptious little goodies tonight. So we hope y'all enjoy the exhibition and really get to take in what all these students have been so busy doing, and especially the past couple of weeks they have booked it to try to get everything put together and in the show and install, and it is a lot of work, okay, to get that. But you will get to see what I think are what we really feel like is the best of what's happened across the year within each of these classes. I do have some extra awards this evening. We've got 4. These are all foundation-based awards and scholarships. They each have specific criteria, so we try to adhere as close to that as we possibly can to match the donor's requests for that. So the first one that we have this evening is the Brenda Yancey Moss Most Improved Student Award. Now this, like I said, this is a foundation award, and this student was chosen by their peers, by art students. So we let all the art students vote, and that's the selection process. This award also comes with a plaque and a $100 scholarship, and this year's award goes to Grayson Smith. right, next up we have the Helen Jones Art Achievement Award. And the criteria for this award, and this is a faculty chosen award, so we decided on that one. The student needs to be a full-time student majoring in art or art education, works well among their fellow students and faculty, exhibits a strong love for art, shows exceptional promise in becoming successful in art as a career, so we want to know that you're going further with this. Exhibits a good quality of work, plans to enroll in an art program after completing 2 years in the Northeast Art Program. This can also be based on financial needs, so there are a lot of factors involved in the selection process, and we really do think carefully whenever we make these awards to feel that we have accomplished what the donors request. This award, the Helen Jones Award, comes with a $200 scholarship as well, and this award goes to Paris Morris. And then finally, we have 2 scholarship awards. One is awarded in spring semester, and one is awarded fall semester, and one is awarded in spring. This is the Yancey Moss Visual Arts Scholarship that comes through the foundation as well. The recipients are chosen by the Northeast Art faculty, so again, that's our responsibility to choose that. The recipient should be a visual arts major. Selection can be based on student need as well. The preferred student can be a resident of Tippah County, but that is not a strict requirement. It's awarded in the beginning, typically in the fall and spring semesters, for art supplies and expenses toward Northeast, because it's not inexpensive to be an art student, and we try to provide as much as we possibly can toward that. The scholarship may be divided if so desired by art faculty. The recipients can be freshmen or sophomores, so among any students can receive that. We do look at grades, and participation and their attitude in class are considered, okay? And the 2 students that we have receiving the Yancey Moss Visual Arts Scholarship for fall is Paris Morris, and for spring is Isaiah Hatch. All right, y'all, that concludes our awards for this evening. Thank you so much for coming out this evening and joining us. We sure do appreciate it, and like I said, we appreciate your time and your support and the energy that goes toward all of this. Like I said, if y'all would stay with us for just a few minutes, let us get some photos. If everyone else would like to go and open the exhibit, y'all go right ahead.